What's up, poos? It is finally Friday, and I'm so freaking happy. I have worked my little tush off this week. I ain't gonna lie, but my knees is holding up. That's one thing I'm still proud of. But yeah, I've worked hard this week. I ain't gonna lie. Normally I'll be chilling, but yeah, it's been real this week. So I am very happy that it is finally Friday. I really did not do nothing today because I've been working so hard at work that I haven't even had time to go to the gym. My body's like, gym? Yeah, right. I literally been coming home, taking a shower, popping some ibuprofen, and knocking out, man. I've been tired, but it was a chill day. It was a rainy day. I slept in. Me and my dog. My dog is like knocked out. Literally, I had to set my alarm clock because thank goodness I did, because that dog be sleeping for like 4 and 5 hours, my guy. But no, we just chilled. I was trying to watch some movie that had one of the Olsen sisters in it, like the Mary-Kate and Ashley sister, Elizabeth. And that family has to be a family full of clones because they all look exactly alike. Like, that is just creepy. It's just creepy. It's a couple of families in Hollywood where it's just like, they have to be clones or something. And it's those Olsen people for sure. Definitely those Macaulay Culkin brothers. It's like they all come in different hair colors, but they all look exactly the same. It's just like weird. But it's literally nothing on TV. I've been like watching like old shows, Golden Girls, Martin. Just, there's nothing on. And for the amount of money that we pay for these apps, it's whack, dude. But yeah, I've been asleep, so I don't even know what's been happening in the news. Let's check it out and see what we got here. Let's see here. Man. Alright, let's see. I guess there's some leaked messages where the UAW leader says the union is creating operational chaos for automakers. I don't know how that was leaked, but GOP is struggling with chaos. The shutdown of the deadline nears the whole government shutdown. Biden approves $325 million UK military aid package as Zelensky visits White House. I don't know how we continue to have this much money for this man. It's crazy, y'all. It's really crazy. And the country is just tattered. It's no country at this point. It's literally like, who's even living there anymore? I'm trying to understand what we're paying for and what's to come, because it's going to cost some money to rebuild and all that stuff too. It's very confusing to me as a little civilian how we have all this money to get this place, and every time you see on the news it's like bombed to smithereens, and it's just at what point do you be like, I mean, I'm sure everybody's like that, but I'm in confusion about this. 500,000 people, including kids, mistakenly dropped from Medicaid. That's messed up. Let's see what else I got. Kind of like repeat of most things. Let's see what's trending on the old X app. Oh, it's Monday Night Football today. Let's through that. 49ers are playing the Giants. I don't know what the score is. Let's go look at the score. See what happened. So the 49ers beat the Giants. I don't even know if I had anybody playing on fantasy tonight, but the 49ers beat the Giants 30-12. Not shocking. The Giants have been losing. What else we got here? Louisiana Police Department has been hit with a second lawsuit alleging officers from a street crime unit dragged data. What is this? Oh, detainees to an unmarked warehouse dubbed the Brave Cave, where they were assaulted, stripped, and subjected to body cavity searches. All these police have these inner gangs. Former New Mexico Sheriff deputy has been charged with handcuffing a woman and sexually assaulting her in his patrol vehicle. Bad use of power, my friend. Over 40 people injured, 5 of them critically, following a rollover bus crash in New York State. Dang. Oklahoma has executed an inmate for the 1996 killing of a University of Oklahoma dance student in a case that went unsolved for years until DNA from the crime scene was matched to the man serving time for burglary. A woman who was in a vehicle with a man suspected of killing a Chicago area family died following a car crash in Oklahoma, according to her attorney and her daughter. Rudy Giuliani has failed to comply with federal judges' orders to turn over evidence and pay legal fees to election workers he defamed. Not shocking. Starbucks has been ordered by a judge to face a lawsuit claiming that some of its refresher fruit drinks lack fruit. Starbucks has called the allegations inaccurate and without merit. Yeah, I know that y'all can make those drinks at home, right? I wonder if they found this guy. So, in Indiana, a murder suspect who was accidentally released due to a clerical error remains on the lam. Yet another man on the loose. He was like, when they accidentally let people out, nobody's like, I'm not supposed to get out. Like, people just really up out of there. People are really just out of there. I wonder how that works too, because you know how they have that 60 days in show and those people leave, so they might think like the people in there like, man, was he a part of something? But no, whole time dude got out on a clerical error. The Pennsylvania jail where a murderer recently escaped will spend as much as $3 million to enclose outdoor exercise yards in hopes of preventing further breakouts. You won't be the last. I mean, when you're locked up, all you ever think about is how you can escape. And why not? I mean, once you get locked up, what do you have to lose? You already got time to serve. I haven't watched. The new American Horror Story has started, and I used to be a fan, but it really has fell off when they started putting these people like Lady Gaga and crap in there. But this, with them putting Kim Kardashian in there, I just really have no desire to see Kim Kardashian's, to hear her voice at all, dude. It's like, I want to see what this show is about this year, but to see Kim Kardashian, it's, how do y'all think she's like viewer worthy? Is my point at this point. I mean, of all the people, why her? Let's get into these Reddits. What makes being single worth it? You save more money when you're single, I feel like. When you play something, it remains where it was after 8 weeks. True, unless you're moving fast and you do a million things and you can't remember. No in-law visits or splitting up holidays. True. You can do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. True. It's midnight. I can't sleep. I want to make some muffins. Brains. There's really no one here to stop you or be annoyed at the fact that you're up at 12 making muffins. Self-discovery and independence. Someone says, I'm widowed and I had a wonderful marriage. I'd give anything to still be married to him, but I'm not the least bit interested in giving up my independence to someone new. I know that's right. Once you get like something like that, I couldn't even imagine. My husband, before he left, he had, I could see his footprint because he powders himself before he goes to work because his job is sweaty. But I saw his footprint on the floor and I told him I erased it. And he was like, why? It's like, because if something happens to you, I don't want to see your creepy, like that would haunt me. The last image I see is his freaking footprint. But somebody said, long-time single person here. You can go anywhere you want. You do not have arguments over spending. You don't have to take a holiday somewhere. You don't feel like cleaning up the bathroom immediately. You don't have to take in consideration what your partner or children want to eat. You have unlimited personal space. I'm 100% in control of what I watch on TV. I get a big bed to myself. If you find yourself out of work or with limited work, the financial stress becomes much less because there are no dependents. Yeah, that'd be good too. And when you only have to depend on yourself financially, that'd be cool. I couldn't even imagine what that's like. I don't even know what that world is. Let's see, what else? Here's something interesting. This man says he's coming out to his wife. Need some serious guidance here. Background. Married to my wife for 25 years, up until the last couple of years. Pretty good sex life. Talked about fantasies, experiences, and such. She has PD, and her ability, I don't know what that means. And her ability and drive had diminished. I guess she has something to where she doesn't like to have sex. I told her pretty early on that male cousin and I had some sexual contact as young teens. As an adult, I have never repeated that, but had thought about it on and off. Fast forward to several months, I think about it, what it would be like to be with another guy sexually. Still hetero romantic though. And even had a very erotic, very specific dream. I consider myself bisexual, even though technically only curious. I use toys sometimes, and my wife even sometimes will participate. It's important for me to say that I have no intention to cheat on my wife, nor ask her to have an open relationship. My question is this: is there any point in talking to her about this desire? Would you want to know, even though nothing is really going to change? I don't want to hurt her feelings, or might hurt her feelings if I don't. I think you need to get therapy, because if you were fooling around with your cousin, that is not normal. Number one, and you don't know if your fantasies is due to that. Like, if you just said, like, I actually had an attraction to men, but to say that, like, you mess around with your cousin is strange business. And yeah, I just think you really need therapy, my friend. Let's see. Somebody said, if you don't plan on doing anything or changing anything, then why bother? You could have always asked if she would help you recreate some fantasies, since she's already open to using toys with you. Just migrated. I think, like, ladies, if you're using toys on your man's butt, you should already know he's bisexual. That should probably already kind of be a conversation. Like, if my man is like asking me to do things to his little butt, like, I'd be like, are you trying to go? You know what I'm saying? It's like, the whole thing's weird, but I think the dude needs therapy. Let's see here. What happened that made you say, yep, this was clearly designed by a man? The mirror in the apartment at forehead level. Speculum. Yeah. Transparent, the stairs. Seatbelts, interesting one. Changing my answer, birthing on your back. Yeah, I mean, when you realize that, like, there's other ways to birth a baby, like a squat, like they have this freaking birthing chair where you can literally sit down and push a baby out. It's interesting. Somebody said almost everything. I recommend you read Invisible Women. It explains how everything from medicine and cars to education and household items are made for the default man. Bidet inside the toilet. I don't fancy having poop particles get spread to my vulva from water spraying to my back. Yeah, I always worried about those things. Somebody said toilet paper that only gives you 2 sheets. Yeah. Interesting take. Let's see, one more thing here. Men, how often are you approached by women? Never. I get asked for money by homeless women all the time. The last woman that approached me wanted me to sign a petition for something political. Never. Interesting. I guess that's true. Men of Reddit, how would you react if your girl asked you if she could hold it for you at the urinal? Every woman has wanted to do this because it seems like a toy. Somebody said, did this once, became a mess really quickly. Her aim sucks. Because it's funny when that. The other thing is like a funny utensil that y'all have. Spraying water. It's like, or urine. It's interesting. When we started dating, she really wanted to try that. We got in the shower. We got to hold it once when it was hard. Once it was flaccid, she giggled the whole time, but also wasn't so impressed that we needed to do it again. Yeah, those things are funny to us. I ain't gonna lie. That was that. Let's get into these story times, you guys. Let's do. I can't even remember what I know. I downloaded some old TV shows today, but let's see what I got here.
What's up, everybody? All right, you guys. So before we get started, if you're not already following me, make sure you hit that follow button and make sure you blow this up because I want to tell the story of Jalen Morris. Now, 24-year-old Jalen Morris dated a guy by the name of Jamar for about a year and a half. So Jalen's family is saying that during this year, her and Jamar's relationship was up and down. So although the couple had issues, Jalen learned that she would be expecting her first child in July of 2023. But during Jalen's pregnancy, things started to go south with Jamar. Jamar became extremely possessive. He would text and call her, try to get her location, and even became verbally abusive as well. So much to the point that at one of the doctor's appointments, he was actually asked to leave. Jalen comes from a huge family. She has 6 siblings, and her mother is saying that when she first met Jamar, her and her husband told him, look, we are a close family. We will accept you, but you have to respect our daughter. They let Jamar know they would not tolerate any disrespect when it came to Jalen. But y'all, sadly, the verbal abuse, the possessiveness, all of this continued throughout Jalen's pregnancy. In 2023, when Jalen gave birth to her son, Josiah, she decided to end things with Jamar. Jalen's family is saying that after they broke up, Jamar would not call to see Josiah, but he would call to harass Jalen and ask what she's doing, where she's at. Jalen grew so annoyed at this that she stopped talking to him, and he decided that he wanted to end things amicably. So he basically gave her the impression that he was done with all the craziness. He just wanted to end things and just be in his son's life. And on August 25th of this year, Jamar texted Jalen asking if he could see Josiah. Now, Jalen's still living in the house with her parents. She did go in the room and tell her mom, look, he wants to see Josiah. I'm very anxious about it, but this is his child, so I'm going to allow him to see him. Now, her mom told her, look, Jalen, you know, your father's off work. I'm here. If you need anything, please make sure you call us. Don't let anything go down. Make sure you call us if you need us. Now, this is where the family values come into play. This is a huge family. Jalen's mother and father had 7 kids. So they understood where the whole situation was leading. They were thinking that this man just wanted to be in his son's life. Once Jalen arrived, she did text her mother and let her know she made it there safe. But after getting there, Jalen did text her mother again to let her know, look, something is not right. She says, I'm about to leave. He's just sitting here. He says he wants to see the baby, but hasn't even held him. Her mom replies and says, tell him he's seeing him now and hand him to him. Jalen replies and says, I don't know. I don't want to force him to hold him, and he does something crazy. Jalen's mother then replies and says, that's because it's not about the baby. It's about controlling you. And he got what he wants by you being there. It was at this point that they realized that Jamar did not want to see Josiah. He just wanted to know where Jalen was, and he wanted Jalen in his presence. It was never about the baby. It was never about them ending things amicably. This was about Jamar having Jalen right there. So this story takes a dark turn when Jalen's mom, Jennifer, gets a very strange text from an unknown number. This text says, I've been shot, Mom. I love you. Please help me. Jalen's mom is saying that this text was also followed by a FaceTime call where she saw a bloody body on the ground. Jalen's mom went and alerted her husband about what had just happened, and she thought it was strange, but she couldn't tell who the body was. Now, they did call police, but they got another call, and this time they heard Josiah in the background screaming. And y'all, that's when a neighbor got on the phone and let Jalen's mom know that Jamar had just shot Jalen, and the baby and Jalen were on the ground. Jalen's mom and dad rushed to the scene, and that's when they realized that Jamar had just shot Jalen, but Josiah was okay. Now, after shooting Jalen, I'm guessing Jamar thought that he had killed her, so he ended up turning the gun on himself, in which he lost his life as well. But you guys, Jalen was not dead, and Jalen was fighting for her life. Now, Josiah was okay. He was only a few weeks old, but Jalen was rushed to the first trauma center.
And there's a part 2 of this. Let me get that.
Y'all, Jalen's family rushed to be by her side at Grady Hospital. They learned that Jalen was shot twice in her face, and she was shot in her back and her spine. Now, this ended up severing her spine. Now, Jalen was also placed on a ventilator because of all of the swelling. It made it hard for her to breathe. Now, y'all, this 24-year-old who had just had a baby not even 6 weeks ago was in the hospital fighting for her life. Now, Jaden could not speak, but she was writing things on this board. And one of the things that she told her parents was, I want to survive. Jaden also started to recall everything that was going on the day that she got shot. She remembered him saying that she shouldn't have came there and that she was going to die. She recalled zip ties. And she's saying that after she got shot, she just kept fighting because she wanted to live for Josiah. Now, Jalen's mother did learn what actually happened that day. Jalen is saying that when she got there, he had zip ties and he tried to zip tie her. Jalen then tried to make a run for it when she realized that this man is going to try to kill me. Now, as Jalen is running for her life with her baby, she's huddled over her baby. Jamar is chasing her, and that's when he shoots her in her back. So Jalen's still fighting for her life. The baby ends up dropping, and that's when she's trying to crawl to the door. He then stands over her, shooting her 2 times in the face. Now, this is at the point where he thought that Jalen was dead, because after that, that's when he turned the gun on himself. But Jalen was not dead, and she was able to crawl out into the yard where a neighbor saw her. Y'all, this girl literally got shot in her face, her back, and she was still able to crawl out and help herself and her son. Now, although Jalen has a long road of recovery ahead of her, she is expected to survive. Now, y'all, it is so important that Jalen's story gets heard because it might be another young lady out there that's in her situation. Y'all, this man was very possessive, very abusive, always checking her location, always just doing things to see where she was. But never in a million years did they think that he would try to kill her. And not only that, you guys have to think about, she was holding his baby when all of this took place. So not only was he trying to kill her, he could have killed his own child as well. Now, there is not a lot of justice that could be done because Jamar did end up killing himself. But Jalen and her family, they want to get this story out there because maybe it can touch somebody and maybe it could save a life. As of right now, Jalen's family's main priority is her recovery and the raising of Josiah. Now, there is a GoFundMe that you guys can donate, or if you just share it, that is fine, for Jalen and her son Josiah and for her recovery. And they are also having a basketball fundraiser on September 30th from 10 to 2. Now, this will take place in Griffin, Georgia, and it is taking place at the First Assembly God Church at the gym. Jalen is a beautiful mother. She's a survivor, and y'all, she deserves all the love and peace in the world. My heart goes out to her, to her huge family, because through all of this, they have stepped up and they are taking care of Josiah. Not only that, they are also taking care of Jalen. Jalen is in a wheelchair now. She would need all the help that she can get. You guys, please make sure you blow this up. Share this. Maybe somebody will see this video and they'll leave a bad situation that they're in. Or maybe somebody's going through a similar situation that they're on the fence about, and this video could help them. Justice for Jalen, and y'all make sure you blow this one up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many of these videos that people have to see to understand just the toxic behaviors, and I don't care if they the parent or not. They can go to court if they really want to see a baby, because if you just not feeling it, don't do it. It's just not worth it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and I got this story from Media Takeout, so let's take it with a grain of salt, because Kim Wheatley's last name has been spelled incorrectly. But Kim has allegedly said that she, Monique, and Jared had a little situation going on, and the bed broke. Let's just get into it. So Kim said that she had a romantic rendezvous with Gerald Levert and comedian Monique at the same time. Now, Kim was deeply in love with Gerald Levert, from my understanding. So Kim was on a radio station in New Orleans, Q93, and she was talking to Angela, Uptown Angela, about the time that she dated Gerald Levert. Let's keep going. China said Kim started building the tea allegedly, and she said that when she was dating Gerald, he used to talk to Monique, her friend, on the side. So one night after they left the club, Gerald had sweet talked both of them into coming home with him and sharing his bed. Child, they said Gerald had a mirror on the ceiling, and he took turns sleeping with both of them, and then that's when everything went wrong, child. They said you see Kim and Mo are both big girls, and Gerald had a few pounds on him too. So when he started getting it in, child, the bed broke. And Kim went on to say that she and Monique are no longer friends because Monique continually accused Kim of trying to get with Mo's husband, Sydney. Girl, ain't nobody trying to get with Sydney. And then Kim continued to tell Uptown Angela that she would never try to cheat with Sydney. Even though Monique was her man's side chick, like she wasn't trying to do that, like a get back. You know what I'm saying? But child, God rest Gerald Levert. So, honey, he had a lot going on. Tell me what y'all think about this, because this is hilarious. And y'all know Monique back in the news, so I can't wait to see what she says when this gets to her. It's your girl, Millie Chud. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Now, I did see Kim Whitley did reply back to this story. I think she was saying it wasn't true, but I'm just trying to see to what extent she said. Let me see. Because I saw her say something, because I literally just seen it. Let's see. And now I can, but I know she said it wasn't true. I think she said it was a little embellished, but she didn't. outright deny it happened. She just said that the story wasn't true.
My producer told me, Monique, that you have some type of confession for Keon right now.
Yes, I do.
Okay, what is the confession you have?
Well, Keon, with all this going on, I feel like you deserve better. You know, we had our ups and downs, but I feel like, you know, for the girls' sake, I would like to have my family back. You was a lot happier with me. And I feel like for the girls...
You want to be back with her?
Right now, I gotta answer these questions.
Well, with the fact that you can't say no immediately already lets us know that you want to be back with her. So the answer is yes, you want to be with her.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess she was cheating. He got in a new relationship, and now he wants that old thing back. Wow.
Once again, I'm bringing the Facebook drama on over here to TikTok, y'all. Tune in. So, this the tea. This lady texts her baby daddy's current girlfriend saying she need help with her daughter. She says, hello, can you please allow Miles to get Faith? Allow. I'm struggling really bad and I need help. He said he can't allow his daughter to spend the night because it's your house and your rules. And that's on period. So I'm asking you, woman to woman. So already Miles' baby mama is putting herself at the mercy of, this girl's name is Lexus. Asking Lexus, can baby girl Faith come spend the night? Can she come stay with y'all? Cause BM going through it. Lexus responds back promptly. Hey, yeah, she can't stay here. I don't know why that was so funny to me. She said, yeah, she can't stay here. Faith isn't my child, and I won't have responsibility over that or what you and Miles have going on. Have you spoken to his mother? Maybe she can watch Faith until you get better. BM says, I spoke to her. Lexus actually loved that message and said, okay, cool. As far as Lex is concerned, that's my part. I'll wash my hands of the shit. I done gave you another solution, but I done also let you know what's what. Now, the question was posed when this was posted, is Lexus wrong for saying no? Is she wrong also, essentially, for dating someone that has kids that she's not willing to take in, that she's not willing to take a parental role over? When I tell y'all the people of Facebook were enraged with Lexus, I'm going to say about 85 to 90% of the people and comments I saw said that she was dead wrong. She should never be dating someone with kids if she's not willing to take those kids in. And when you date someone with kids, y'all are a package deal. So obviously all these comments and opinions got back to Lexus. Actually, a few people went ahead and DM'd her. So she posted a reply to all this on her story, and I have that here. It says, women, especially black/minority women, have always been set up to be the frontline providers, even when we are not called to be or supposed to be at that moment. Especially with kids. It's been pushed in our heads to take in other people's kids, raise kids that aren't chores, become a quote-unquote stepmama with no true commitment to a man. Example, marriage. If you date a man with kids, it's a package deal, which is absolutely not true, nor a fact. Nothing is a package deal until you're married. Most of us have been brainwashed with what society shows. It's very sad that we think this way because it always becomes a long and hard burden on the woman. But as women, we are set up to be so strong and take it all. As for me, I'm not. It may seem harsh, but I am currently in my selfish state because I worked hard for it. I will travel, I will enjoy life, I will eat whatever I want, I will work hard, I will focus on what I want to, and that doesn't include children at this moment. Even while dating someone who has a child. It's not my responsibility. It's that simple. Once we as women put our foot down and stop taking on extra burdens, stresses, possible harm, etc., we will all be in a better place, especially with our standards. I'm going to say I agree with that 1,000,000,000% because y'all always talking about, oh, I want to be in my soft girl era. I want to be in my soft era. I'm in my princess era. How can you be in that? How can you even encourage that while also encouraging women to take on additional responsibilities and burdens that are not there?
So I agree with that whole thing. Y'all not married. Getting married to somebody with kids is completely different than being boyfriend, girlfriend. And he should be set up financially to take care of his child. Like, that's not my ministry. I wouldn't feel indebted if I'm somebody's girlfriend to be raising their child or helping out. I mean, obviously, if it was an emergency. But the thing is it is her house. Like, he has children. He should be independent. I mean, I'm raising my boys to have their own stuff. And definitely if they have kids, they should have their own. You should not be in a situation where you're living off a woman and then you also want her to help you out with your kids. Like, if y'all had a place together, sure. But as they stated, it was her house, so it's her rules. So... yeah, go on and put your foot down. More women should do that, because men would definitely do it. Men would definitely be like, I ain't taking care of another man's kids off top, and nobody would say nothing. Let's go to the next one.
This past week, I had to call the police on a black man. This man has asked me out several times, and I have declined him each and every time. So imagine my surprise when I get a notification that motion has been detected at my front door. I check my camera, and it is the same man with his ear pressed to my door. He doesn't knock, and he doesn't ring the doorbell. He is just there, listening. Or trying to listen, I guess, to see if I'm inside. Of course, it does not end there. I see him on my camera several times over the next few days, even at midnight. Now, of course, this is not the first time I've encountered a weirdo, a creep, a man that was not able to handle rejection. For years, we have seen headlines of women getting abused and hurt, all because she dared to reject a man. And we have seen these headlines from all over the world. Men are dangerous. Women are afraid of men. Femicide rates are up. Men are also afraid of men, but instead of just admitting that, they find a way to blame the woman for getting hurt. And they peddle this idea that you need a man to protect you from these scary men that are out there, even though those said men are afraid of these scary men, while neglecting to tell you that if you piss off your protector man enough, or if you decide to reject your protector man, he then becomes the man that you need protecting against. And it is a constant cycle. Yeah, not all men. And every Caucasian didn't own slaves. Be for real.
Do you drink Starbucks refreshers? Because I do. And Starbucks is being sued in a massive class action for false advertising. Because you know what's not in the mango dragon fruit drink? Mango. The pineapple passion fruit? No passion fruit. And my favorite, the strawberry acai. No acai. All of these are mainly just water, grape juice concentrate, and sugar. So Starbucks just went in front of a judge to try to get this whole case dismissed. They said no reasonable consumer would expect these drinks to contain the ingredients that are in their names. Sidebar, I was confused, were you? Well, the judge looked at both arguments and sided with us. It wasn't unreasonable for us to expect mango, passion fruit, and acai in drinks with those same names. He also said it's extra confusing because other Starbucks drinks really do have the ingredients in their name, like iced matcha tea latte, which has matcha, and honey citrus mint tea, which has honey and mint. So the class action is asking for money because we wouldn't have paid such high prices for these drinks if the fruit wasn't in them. Judge ruled our claims are reasonable. Lawsuit is moving forward. We're getting closer to a payday. And I'll keep you updated on any settlement.
Get ready for Starbucks to cut the check. I mean, even Wendy's puts strawberries in their strawberry lemonade.
Even the first time I had sex, I called my mother. And my mother told me, you better get your candles, you better get your music, you make it a night, you know. So night to remember. Yeah, a night to remember. So every time it's always a big production, you know what I'm saying? Don't come to me all boring and stuff like that. He only want to do missionary. What are you talking about? I don't know, I'm a big girl. I want to ride the wave sometimes myself.
Talking about riding the waves, like, okay, now everybody likes to smash, but everybody don't like to get crushed. Now see come on, let's keep it real. We put it all out here. Let's go ahead and put it out here. Now she say she a kinky girl. She always want to come to me, let's do something different. Now to me, you think it's something different. To me, I say, I want to hurt you, go along with it. So she's getting on top of me. I say, come on, let's go, let's do this, whatever. And she just up there, just going. She said, you know you're like this. Why you so quiet? Say something to me. Say something. I say, I'm just trying to breathe. I said, hey, now she always talking to her friends and everything, talking about, hey, what's new, what's this. She came to me. And she said, let's try something different. Again, let me hurt you. Go along with it. I said, okay, let's do this. What you got? She come out there with this tight black thing on, whatever, and with the little whatever. She come out there, she tied me up, and I'm thinking, just back like this or something. And she it's like this or whatever. I'm like, okay, this is bad. This is real bad. Then she got the blindfold on. I'm like, what the heck? And I said, don't we need a safe word or something? Safe word? She say, call me Queen Kitty. She with me like the grandma. She said, call me that. Call me. I'm like, oh my God.
Now, Miss Little, were you whipping your man asking him to call you Queen Kitty?
Hey, she knew what she liked. He didn't like it, I guess, that much. Yeah, but you know what I like? I like that it's the weekend, and I like that I'm gonna be off, and I hope y'all be off, and y'all have some time to relax, refresh, just unplug from work. I'm not even looking at my work phone this weekend. I'm not gonna even do it. As soon as I'm out of here, I'm out of here. But guess what? I'll be back on Monday, because we got money to make, and we got gossip to peddle. Y'all have a great weekend, and be blessed.